Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a really cool deck that I've been kind of workshopping. I haven't played it yet, but I've been workshopping it with some friends in the final round group. It's Allura, Vysoren, Arcanist, Taldori. On the Chaos symbol with a little bit of Void and a little bit of Life, Simple Goodness sprinkled in, right? So I got, like, let's go back to the retro days where, Lilith 2 was around, where she got to do basically the response as well. But she had a really cool get like speed and damage or something on 3 damage moods, whatever. But like this time, Allura just gets to turn actions into momentum, which is really cool. So this deck was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a weird-esque net a bunch of momentum and then kill your rival with really good attacks, I guess, with like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if the deck has enough killing power, but with Black Abyss, Walk the Dog, we're getting a bunch of momentum, so we should be able to do some stuff. So let's get into it. So Allura, Vysoren, Arcanist of Taldori. She is a mage. She is 628. She has Chaos, Life, and Void. Enhance twice per turn. Remove one action from your card pool. Add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So we get to play these cool actions and then remove them to get another resource. We clear our card pool, which is an air mechanic, which is really cool. And then we get to get a momentum via her ability. She has a really good defensive or technically offensive if you want to pass your last attack. Enhance commit a foundation after an attack is played, seal it. Your next check to play a card gets +3. So you're able to basically play something ignoring progressive on as your 4th card in the card pool if you want to do that. So let's go ahead and get into the attacks. We're kind of playing this really cool, I guess, chaos, weapony, rangy, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just, we're playing 4 Black Abyss, man. And we're playing Manifest. So it started out with 4 Manifest, 4 Black Abyss, because I have this brain worm of playing a Black Abyss. Do you want it to hit? If your rival blocks it, you play another attack. You play a Manifest, or you just abort the Black Abyss, and you just manifest it in. You draw a card, and then the next attack you play, you just yeet the Manifest to get a momentum, and then you're just going. So I wanted to mess around and see if it's too cute. Maybe it's too cute, but it might be kind of cool to get all these Black Abysses in your momentum and then just go to town because she needs stats. And what does Black Abyss do? It gives your attack stats. So yeah. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 5 low for 6. If it's added to your momentum, it goes in face up. If this attack deals damage, your next check to play an attack gets +1. And a momentum, this attack gets +X plus X. X equals the number of copies of Black Abyss in your momentum. So we're looking at trying to pile these into our momentum so we can get +4/+4s or, whatever. 2 2s are just fine, too, as well. 3 copies of Walk the Dog because we need to kill people, right? This card kills people. Hopefully that's pointing right at Walk the Dog. So, 8 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 6 low 6. It gets -1 difficulty for each committed foundation in your rival stage. Max -4. We aren't playing a whole lot of stuns. We kind of have to rely on our rival to kind of play with us a little bit. But we get to draw a card for each copy of Walk the Dog in our card pool. It has powerful 3. It has stun 1. It's just massive. And then we got 2 copies of Rapid Speed Slash. This is kind of like our Momentum Accelerator card. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 4 low 4. Enhance, draw a card, which is great. Or get a Momentum, which is also great. Also has Breaker 1, EX3, and Weapon. So it kind of plays along with that momentum usage and gives a little bit of defense on, And then we got Allura's own Channeling Spell Seal. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 4 high for 4. Deadlock, stun 2. Which I don't know if that's ever going to happen because people just don't go to deadlock in this game unless they're really deep in the weeds. Charge spell. If your rival blocks the attack, sealed or block, great. Prevents breaker, prevents showdowns and stuff like that. Blitz, your next attack gets 1/1, so we'd love to carry stats over. Also, if it hits, you get to draw a card, which is fantastic. Because they may be holding... this is a split highs and lows deck, so maybe they're just holding mids, and you're able just to sneak in some damage to draw a card. 3 copies of Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 4 high for 6, Fury ranged. If it goes in our momentum, it goes in face up. We get 2 speed when it's in our momentum. This is another fantastic manifest target. Enhance, commit, freeze one, commit and freeze 1 rival foundation, commit 1 rival asset. So it gives us a little bit of board control, which is what we need, and it a really, really fine lead-off attack. Ready shot, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 3 high for 4, stun and ranged. Blitz, add 1 card with the printed difficulty of 1 from your discard pile to your hand. Also response, after the attack deals damage, we gain 1 for each card in momentum. So if we're able to like really pile in momentum, this will heal us for a lot, and it gives us more longevity and just more staying power in this volatile meta. Also, we are playing Genkai's Guidance and Manifest, and Magic Boost as actions to pick up for the 1 diff, and we have a bunch of 1 diffs that we like in the deck as well. So, we're playing a spicy 2x of Widogast Web of Fire. It does give us some reach with powerful 3, but it also gives us some nice backup control. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 4 high for 3, 1 high block. Powerful 3 and spell. Mage Blitz, each rival loses 2 health. And each rival backup loses 2 stamina. Only playable if your character is a mage, which we are. So it gives us a little bit of pushing power with powerful without the momentum. Also, it gives us some board control with the backups. If like we're, say, Hanji or the Jester deck that showed up at the AOT 3 case event at Boar's Hat. And it just allows us to control the game and board a little easier. Going into the assets, we have one Cape of No Return. This probably could be boarded well along with the other one, but I don't know. I like having a 1x of it. I like playing 1x as the capes. That's just me. May not be for you. Alright, so for actions, it was really hard to find the mix, right? Like, this character wants to play a lot of actions, but again, you don't want to stunt your turn 1 build too badly with having a bunch of actions in hand, and you don't want to gum up your hands with a lot of actions, and you can't draw attacks, and then you just you spiral and you die. So, but a 1x Genkai's Guidance is great. Why? Because Ready Shot exists. So Ready Shot acts as 3 other copies of this card, theoretically, and 3 other copies of Magic Boost, theoretically. So we can pick these up out of our discard pile after we use them, after we check them, so we can always have access to them, which is great. Maybe one of her best cards in the game, 1/5, 1 low, Magic Boost. Hey man, we get 2/2 and then clear it for a momentum. That's pretty sick. Like, that's very good. Very good. Then we got 3 copies of Manifest. Like I said, this deck it started with 4 Black Abyss and 4 Manifest. Then I cut it down to 3 Manifest because I only own 3 Manifest. To 3, 4, 1 high, enhance, add 1 other card from your card pool to your momentum face up, and then draw a card. Response, after you block with this card, gain 2 health. So, man, I wish this was a 2 diff. A 2/4 would have been fine, but wow, like how wild that would be, right? But this is just like the linchpin to get more momentum, to get more card draw, because we can add a card to our momentum and then yeet this to our momentum on the next attack. Or say we block with a Black Abyss, and then we play this, and then we get 2 momentum on our rival's turn and draw a card. That's fantastic, which is awesome. So, yeah. And then we got 1x Filled with Doubt. Like, this is a weird number to, like, this is a weird card for 6-handers because you don't want to be sitting on it, like, for turn after turn after turn after turn, because your rival's just going to outbuild you and just make you -1 hand size. So it's just really weird, like, it's a weird thing because you don't want to play too many, but you don't want to play none. I've seen them all on the sideboard. Like, I think a good split would be like a 1 and 2 if you need more. Allura is pretty cool to where you can play multiples in your main deck just because you can clear it for momentum to get like your momentum-based defensive tricks online, which is fantastic. Going into our foundations, we got 4 copies of Master's Pride, 0, 5, 3 mid. Response flip after you add a card to your momentum, ready it. Playable while committed. So we're always snapping momentum. Why not play this? This is actually the only 0 diff in the deck, too. Inspiring Songs at a 4x, 1, 6, 3 mid, flip, mill 3, choose a player, +1 or -1 to their next check. Super good. We got 3 copies of Treasure Hunting, 1/5, 3 high, form flip, draw a card, discard a card unless your rival has 15 or more cards in their discard pile. So basically after turn 2, this says form flip, draw a card. And we need to draw cards because our character doesn't draw cards on face. Desperate Plea to build the really cool cards in. 1/4, 2 mid, flip after you block, build the card you blocked with face up or face down. Allows us to snap build in pieces that we need on defense, which is really cool. 2 copies of Moment of Normalcy. If you don't know what this card it does, man, I'm sorry, you need to know. Being able to have a on-demand speed reset or damage reset in this meta is crazy. 2/5, 3 high, commit, and then returns attack to its printed speed or damage. Every deck's running 2 at least. Mostly 2 of these. I can't believe any deck that wouldn't be running 2 of these. 2 copies of Last Second Rescue. 2/5, 3 mid block, response flip, spend a momentum. After you take damage, gain X health. X equals the damage taken. If X is greater than 5, sacrifice this foundation. So it allows us to just tank an attack and then just, heal it back up. 2 Disarming Glance, 2/5, 3 low block. This has an errata to state that it only works during this attack. After an attack is played, players cannot play abilities that add cards to their hand after it resolves. So it's only during this attack. 2 Childlike Appearance, 2/4, 2 high block, destroy, discard a momentum, reduce it to 0, and then if it's blocked, you commit a rival foundation. That's really you're right, and you get to target commit one. That's really good. 2 copies of Nice Try, 2/5, 3 low block, enhance commit. This attack gets -2 speed or response after your rival's combat phase begins. Ready it. This allows us to just kind of overextend a bit on the rival's turn because these are going to ready on our turn because these are ready at the beginning of your rival's turn. 2 copies of Broken Psyche, 2/5, 3 low block, response commit. This is never probably going to happen. We do play a couple 6 checks, so we could add a 6 check to our hand for a block, which is kind of crazy, really, if you think about it. Enhance flip, discard a momentum, change attacks damage to 0. So it's there just to tank an attack down to 2, then we take it, as long as it doesn't kill us. Pass through walls for asset and breaker hate, 2/6, 3 high. Response flip after your rival plays a breaker ability, cancel it. Response flip after your rival plays an ability on an asset, cancel it. We got 3 copies of Undercover Infiltration. This allows us to kind of pump up our first attack to make sure it gets through, or our rival has to spend resources to get it, right? 1/5, 3 low block, Fury. And he's mad throwing that ball. Enhance, if this is the first attack you have played this turn, it gets 1 speed, 1 damage, and then it has some Deadlock Pressure, which is Deadlock Enhance, flip, commit 2 rival foundations, which is pretty cool. We got 4 copies of Fast Friendship, 1/5, 3 high block, flip. This attack gets -2 speed. If we have more face downs, then our rival gets -3 speed instead, which is really good. Then we got 2 copies of Shortcake Admirer. This is kind of like one of those neat tech niche cards that really hasn't seen a lot of play. Our high attacks are kind of good. Channeling Spell Seal, Vast Hybrid, Readied Shot, Widowgas, Web of Fire. That if we're facing a backup deck, we just can remove, spend a momentum, and then add it back to our hand, and then do it again. It's fairly cool. So, into the board, we got a few copies of Filled with Doubt. 2 copies of Runaway, because we're able to kind of interrupt our rival's turn and then remove this for momentum, which is really cool. 2 copies of Nonagon, which is extra copies of Allura in the board, which is nice. An extra copy of Genkai's Guidance. 2 more copies of Widowgas Fire, so like if we're really facing a backup heavy meta or we need to push more damage, this allows us to do that. Like we could swap out the rapid speed slashes for them, or maybe the channeling spell seal and something else we could figure it out, or we take out the cape and just play 22 attacks. And then we got the second cape in the board to round out the sideboard. So what do you think about that, guys? I think she's a neat character. I think she's vastly underplayed. I actually think she's quite well positioned in the meta, especially if people are going to go heavy on 4-check attacks. But I actually think she's honestly pretty good right now. Being able to clear a card pool for momentum and use momentum-based defenses or offenses is pretty cool. So And it's always good to see new and fresh characters make top cuts, right? So let's cross our fingers and maybe an Allura makes top cuts at Louisville. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit those bells for notifications so you are not missing a video. I butchered another outro, and until the next video, take care.